Today I'm joined by Cronulla Sharks halfback Tayla Preston. She's one of the rising stars of the game and I'm so excited that you're on. This is actually the first time that I'm in studio face to face with a player, so thank you so much for joining me.
That's all right, thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. Obviously we know Tayla, the rugby league player, but what's life like for you outside of footy?
Yeah, so I work for Southern Shire Oztag. Doing that 4 days a week, so Monday to Thursday. I've been doing that for about 3 years now. So I used to be a development officer for NRL and then went into this space. So yeah, running all the local Oztag comps and kind of getting things sorted in the office, which is pretty good. And yeah, I'm pretty lucky they're kind of really lenient with me with work and footy and kind of, let me leave early for trainings and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty blessed with my job and yeah, they're massive rugby league supporters, so it's good to be in that environment.
Yeah. Do you play Oztag with them as well or not really? You just kind of...
Yeah, I do. So I grew up playing Oztag since I was 5. So pretty much that's where I got all my skills from, I guess, so to speak. I'll give them some credit. But yes, I play obviously because we had such a long off season, got to play a little bit of Oztag there too. So yeah, it's good. Always played reps with them and yeah, love it. Yeah.
So as you mentioned, it has been like 10 months of off season now. With pre-season soon around the corner, isn't it? I think for you guys.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated for the season with your fitness and mentality?
Yeah, so it's obviously a bit of a new one for us this year because we obviously used to having Harvey Norman. It's a bit of a new one, but I think, it was really important for a few of us to kind of just take some time off after the season just to kind of, I think for your own, mental well-being and stuff like that, just to, de-stress from footy and then come in the new year, I'm lucky I've got some pretty good gyms where my friends are all training at. So I've been really enjoying that in the off season and pretty fortunate enough in the Shire to have kind of my best friends in my team. A few of us kind of tee up some sessions together just to keep each other motivated. And yeah, we're kind of all excited to now get back into it because it's kind of creeped up on us a little bit faster. So trying to make sure we're all fit before pre-season starts. So just kind of, I guess, surrounding yourself with your friends that are got similar aspirations and want to push each other. So get fit again and not struggle for pre-season.
Yeah, I know, that'll be tricky. I was talking to Mahalia yesterday and she's like very scared for pre-season as well. So I'm sure it's kind of amongst all the playing group that they're nervous for that. I guess talking about your teammates, how do you think they would describe you?
How would they describe me? They'll probably say I'm a pest, that's for sure. I mean, I am known to be a pest, that's for sure. But I think they'd just say like I'm pretty outgoing and I'm a very loud person. I'm probably too loud. But yeah, pretty loud person, but I'm always up for a laugh and I feel like I would like to think that I kind of lift the energy all the time and I think, I don't know, they always laugh at me, so not laughing with me, just laughing at me. So but I think, hopefully like a lovable, likeable person. I hope so.
That's awesome. Okay, well, talking about your rituals for the game, I think you might know where this is going because I've seen it everywhere. All the fan questions that have come through have talked about this. What is your ritual for preparing for a game?
I knew this was going to come up. So I fake tan. I'm a ritual fake tanner. And I think I look good, but everyone says I look orange. But that's pretty much my... ritual is to fake tan the night before. So I'm a bit patchy during the week at training and look a bit pale half the time. But before every game I have to fake tan. It's just a thing, even though I strap and it takes half of it off anyways. But definitely have to fake tan. I don't know, kind of breakfast kind of used to change now. Sometimes have Cocoa Pops. I know it's not the greatest pre-game thing. But pretty much fake tan is my number one go-to. And then, just play music and I've got to wear the same pair of undies.
Really?
But there was a bit of a debacle last year. I lost my favourite pair and stressed out, but I ended up finding them, so it's all right. But, so pretty much those two. They're my main things. But that's about it. But the fake tan is a must, that's for sure.
So I guess talking from a girl perspective, is the fake tan to kind of help boost your confidence? Is it more like you want to look good and feel good on camera and stuff like that? Or is there another reason?
Well, I always joke around and say it makes me run faster because I look tan, so that's literally what I say.
Nice.
But I don't know if that's actually fact.
Yeah.
I'm going to claim it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, I always say look good, feel good. So, and I think too, because I'm got a little bit on today, but I hate being pasty. So
you look fine though.
I'm
like it's not orange. Like,
yeah, well, this is cream. I've done a new tactic this time, so we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I just hate being pasty, so I'm like, okay, put fake tan on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to claim that it makes me run faster.
So obviously you were with the Eels and the Sharks, both times coming into like a new club into the comp, if I'm not wrong. What's that been like, joining a new team basically from scratch?
Yeah, well, Parramatta had a team the year before I was there, but yeah, so they started the year before.
The second, yep.
But I guess, I'm still kind of, that was my first year into NRLW, so I can kind of speak on, I guess, that. But, and obviously they were kind of building as a club and stuff like that. So I think it's a pretty cool feeling. Like I know, especially with Sharks, because growing up there and playing footy there for my kind of junior career, it was pretty like surreal and special to kind of, I think the community got really behind us, and we made a really big emphasis on, we get to start something special from scratch, and hopefully, start a legacy for many young female athletes to come through. And I think, we're not all fortunate enough to be able to, get that privilege to do that every year. So I think it's pretty important. You want to start, your culture right and things like that. And I think I'd like to think at Sharks we did that. And I think it's pretty cool, seeing now some of our junior girls come up through the pathways. And I think, it's pretty special, to see your name, if it's from kind of that number 1 to 17 in that first team, it's kind of pretty special. And I think that was really cool. And I know at Sharks, the club got around us with that, and the boys presented us our jerseys. And cool. I think that was a bit of a goosebump moment, because you kind of just like, wow, it kind of sunk in like, how lucky we were to really real. And I know at Parramatta I was really fortunate enough there too. The club I think learnt from their first year, and it was really cool again to build something special there. And I know the fans are really passionate out there too, and it was just really cool to I think just start something special. And now I know in 20 years or so we're going to look back on it and think, wow, how cool that we kind of started that.
Incredible.
Or helped start it. So, and I think it's, a real testament to everyone involved. But, it's pretty exciting.
So exciting to see. It was so exciting to see the Sharks come in, and for you to be a part of that as well. I couldn't imagine how amazing that would have been. With the Eels, you guys, I think in 2022 season, had only won one game before the semi-final. And then you guys won that, and then you went into the grand final. Was that all a bit weird, and how did that feel? Yeah, it was a bit weird actually. Like I know, again, it was pretty hard because I know there was a lot of fresh faces in that squad, and for myself, I was kind of a newbie into the scene, and you're trying to find your feet because the comp's so short. There was the pressure to kind of get the ball rolling, but I think in a really cool way, it kind of, you got to win one game, and, we made the semis, and I think we kind of loved that as a group, kind of, I think everyone kind of wrote us out straight away, and we loved, like, it was a bit of like an underdog story, and obviously we don't see that now because the comp is so big, but I think, that kind of showed that, with the short comp it is really tricky, but I think too it kind of opened up a lot of opportunities for girls to kind of, if you get one game right, it kind of can have a flow on. And I think, we looked into the semi-finals, like, we're versing the Roosters, the big dogs. And, Unbelievable.
I think it was pretty cool. Like, we all just came together, and we kind of saw it as like, it was irrelevant that we'd won the one game. And I know everyone kind of is happy with that, but we saw it as like, we were always competitive in each game leading into it. And obviously, unfortunate to not get the wins in a couple of games. So we just kind of saw it as, just take it while we can and run with it. And we were lucky to obviously get to the grand final, which was pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I can imagine you guys just being like, what's just happened? Like, how did this just happen for us? I know. Well, I think after that game, we all kind of just was like, hell yeah, like we're in the semi-finals, like what the hell? One game, we covered last before that. So I think it was pretty cool, like in that sense that we're just like, and I think it's a privilege to be able to play finals in rugby league as well, because not everyone, even gets an opportunity to do that. So I think that's why we were kind of pinching ourselves, and cool, we turned up and then got to play grand final that year. So 100%. I think after winning that semi-final, we all were like, kind of bit in like disbelief of like, wow, we just won one game, won a semi, now we're in the grand final. Like, so it's pretty cool.
It's so random, but it is cool, isn't it?
It's like random. Like, I don't know, so many people were like
Yeah.
outside looking and going like, what the hell? Like, that's not right. But
it all makes sense as the obviously game grows and more teams come in. That won't happen probably ever again.
Yeah, exactly.
But to be able to do that once, oh well, whatever. It was fun. It's an opportunity, a learning experience for you guys.
Yeah,
which I'm sure was amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely grateful.
So obviously you're now with the Sharks, and in 2023 it was a bit of an up and down season. How did you see that?
Yeah, I think you know, like we were speaking about before, like obviously being a new team into the competition, you know, you're trying to find your feet, and you know, even though the season's only 9 games, it's kind of you know, reflecting on the season now, we all kind of realise the importance of, you know, you kind of need to get a really good start in the game, and you know, obviously we started really well against Canberra, and I think, you know, we had a few kind of injuries and things like that where we had to keep chopping and changing our team each week, so it's kind of hard to find that continuity. But I think overall, like, we're really proud, obviously disappointed that we didn't make finals, and I think a lot of us put that expectation on us that, you know, looking at paper, we should have been there, and I think, you know, we all reflected on that, and you know, a bit devastated that we didn't, and you know, we know that we had so much, I guess, unlocked potential that we probably didn't get to use as much, and I think, you know, we were building as the season went on, and I know we all say, you know, well, if the season was twice as long, you know, like different, okay, I guess different situation, but yeah, I think, like, you know, we learnt from last year, and probably learnt, you know, some games we probably should have, you know, I guess finished them off and things like that. So yeah, definitely a learning curve, but I think, you know, there's a lot of positives that we all reflected on that we can take out of that, and yeah, it's exciting for our team. I think we've kind of got pretty much a very similar team for this year. So yeah, I think in our second time running and finding our combinations and stuff like that, because obviously we had a few new players in different positions, and so you're trying to kind of get that to gel as well. So in a 6-week pre-season, as much as that, yeah, it's hard to get that, you know, I guess with obviously last year we had Origin and in and out and stuff like that, so it's hard to get everyone there for the whole 6 weeks and build, but I think, yeah, we definitely were building as the season went on, and I'm looking forward to this year. I think, fingers crossed, get to the final. But yeah, I think, yeah, it was definitely a good learning curve, but yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of positives we can take out of it.
Yeah, and I think you touched on it, like, obviously there are elements of the game that needs to be improved to make sure that you get into finals, but I guess specifically, I guess, about your game, what do you think you do need to improve to kind of help that happen?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think, you know, like as a halfback, like it's, you know, you've got that big responsibility, and I don't take that lightly. I think, you know, it's kind of a privilege to be able to have that position and that number on your back. So I think for me, you know, I've just got to learn, you know, each game, you know, there's a couple of games I probably reflected on where I should have done a few different things, and, you know, like I said before, close the game out. And I think for me, that's where I've got to, you know, take that pressure on and, you know, lead the team and steer the team around to get the job done. And yeah, so I think just being, you know, a bit more confident in my ability to be able to do that, and, you know, just so the girls know they can rely on me to get it done, kind of thing. And I think, yeah, I've definitely learnt a bit, and yeah, I think I do certain things differently, I guess, but yeah, I guess just kind of stepping up when they need me to, and I think, yeah, I'm ready to do that this year. And yeah, I think, because obviously I had, you know, 2 years in NRLW now, so now's the time to be able to step up and do that for the team. So yeah, definitely a few things, but we'll see, hopefully.
What's the go with, like, after the games? Do you kind of go home, watch it straight away immediately, or do you guys wait to do it as a team together and dissect it?
I know a few of us are a bit different. I know that some girls, don't want to watch it, or I know for me, I kind of watch the game about 5 times, a bit too much. Yeah, I'm a bit of a weird one, because I like to dissect my game. But yeah, a few of us will, like, you know, if we're, say, played a game up in Nui, we'll be on the bus home and literally put the game back on to watch it. And,
oh my God.
But, you know, obviously everyone's a bit different in how they want to do it. But yeah, I kind of just watch it for myself and be able to kind of look what I could have done different, and I'm always trying to improve. So for me personally, I always watch it, but I guess everyone's a bit different. But yeah, we normally do review anyways come the Monday, and if we win, it's a good review. If we don't win, it's a bit of a scary time to come into.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then they kind of just get little bits and pieces to look at what we need to do better.
Yeah. And how's Tony, like, if you are coming out of a really tough game that you lost, is he intense, or like how's that?
Oh, I hope he's not listening.
I think he follows us, maybe.
Yeah. No, I think Tony's pretty chill, and we're lucky in that sense that we've all got a really good relationship with him. But I think obviously he's really passionate, and if there's games that we definitely should have, or he thinks we definitely should have won, and I think he can be a bit intense, and I think it's just more like disappointed dad in a way, like because he knows that we have the capability, and should have won, or knows that we have the capability to win those games, and I think can be a bit intense when we've lost and we're all a bit scared and no one says anything. But then on the other hand, when we win, he's really positive. But
that's awesome.
It's really good. He always does give us positive and negatives to work on, and I think that kind of reassures us all as players to kind of be like, yep, sweet, like fair enough. And he grills us when we need to, that's for sure. And I think that's good, and I think that's what you need in a professional environment as well. So
yeah, looking forward into the 2024 season. Oh my God, we're still 2024.
Yeah, God, don't scare me.
Are there any young players in the Sharks squad that you are excited for that we should look out for as well?
Yeah, I think I was touching on it earlier, but we're lucky that we've got some really good juniors coming through the system, and I know we've got two really good girls in our squad, Manalita and Tia. I don't know how to say her last name, sorry, Tia.
It's okay.
But they just played Touchgale Grand Final, and I know that Manalita was in our squad last year's development, and I believe she's in our top 24 this year, and I'm really excited for her. I think, I get scared of her when she runs at meet training, and I tell her to go easy because I know she's a machine, and I think she doesn't even know just yet how good she is, and her potential. I think she's got some really good unlocked potential at the moment, and it's really exciting for us as players and teammates to be able to have someone like that, and hopefully we can kind of guide her and get that confidence out of her, because she's definitely a special weapon, and Tia's bloody fast, I can tell you that much. So I'm excited for both of them, and I think it's a good experience for them to be part of it, and I'm excited, and I think their names will be around for plenty of years to come, that's for sure.
Very excited for that. I guess now talking about 2025, Caitlin Johnston has been signed, so are you looking forward to playing behind her?
Yeah, I think Caitlin, that was an awesome signing. I know a few of us we didn't even know, and I saw it and I was like, no way, and I thought, in my head I thought it was like an April Fool's prank, but it wasn't obviously, but I think that's awesome. Like, she's the top of her game, elite forward, and I know that I don't like being on the other side of her, that's for sure. She's scary, so don't run at me this year. But I think it's awesome. It's such a good signing for the club, and it's going to boost our team definitely, and I think she's a leader in her own right, and she's going to add so much to our team and our squad, and it's pretty exciting times. I think she's just the top of her game, like I said, and played for Australia, won premierships, and I think that experience will definitely help our team, and I think it's exciting for even our young players to look up to someone like that, and she's still young in the game too, so I think it's a pretty cool thing, and it's definitely going to boost our team, so it's definitely exciting because she'll be knocking everyone out of the way, and
unbelievable
with her and Ellie,
that's for sure. Two powerful forwards. I'm very excited to see that happen.
It'll be exciting.
With obviously the NRLW expansion again in 2025 with the Bulldogs and Warriors, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's really good for the game. I know obviously there's different kind of opinions and stuff like that, and I think with the junior pathways now being properly set, and it's exciting. Like, we went down to the Touchgale Grand Final, and just to see the talent that's just there, and I know I was lucky enough to play in the first ever Touchgale comp, and so I think like for me back then, I would have loved an opportunity just to prove yourself at that age, and I think it's exciting where the game's heading, and there's definitely, a lot of untapped potential, even in New Zealand. There's a lot of girls coming across and things like that, and so it's exciting for them to be able to build something there now and obviously come back in and keep their girls there. And I think there's definitely enough talent to go around. It might take a little bit of time, obviously, but I think, there's definitely a lot of players coming through now, and there's exciting players that we don't even hear about or know about just yet. And I think, it's exciting for just, young females to get an opportunity to prove themselves. And I think, it's really exciting. So I think we're going to see some big names out there that we've probably never heard of right now. And I think it's exciting for the game, and it's heading in the right direction. And I think, obviously people say it's, you don't want to grow too fast, but I think we looked at how successful the 10-team comp was this year, and I think, or last year, sorry, but this year I think it's going to grow or, be even more competitive. So
definitely.
I think, with the talent around, there's definitely a lot of players that can, play, and it'll be exciting for the game. That's
for sure. No, I think so as well. Like, you would see that we kind of cover like the juniors and try and highlight their talent. And like you said, there's going to be some big names, and I'm super excited to see that. And, you touched on it. You would have loved that chance to be seen when your first Tasha Gale came around. So I think it's super important that the game grows, and I'm excited for it as well. So for yourself, with the expansion, do you think that there will be a lot of player movement that will happen? Or do you think, people want to stay with their clubs and keep that?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a tricky one, because I know obviously there's a lot of girls that came from New Zealand, and I know, for them, they would love to go back and obviously play for that club. So I think we might see a couple of girls go back there. I think it's a bit of a tricky one, because I feel like, if you're building something really good at your team and you're enjoying it, and I know a lot of girls are enjoying their footy at their club, so I think you don't want to leave that, and it's like your little safety net, and you want to build something special. At the end of the day, everyone wants to win a premiership, so it will be interesting to see. But I think there's quite a few players that are locked up at the moment, but I think there'll be a little bit of player movement that people might not expect, or things like that, which I think is still good for the game. I think it spreads out the talent, but I do think because a lot of people want to win a comp and things like that, they're going to try to keep a strong team together, which makes sense. So, it'd be interesting to see, I think. But I definitely think there'll be a lot of play movement in terms of the Warriors. And I know the Bulldogs have really good pathways coming through anyway.
Exactly.
So, and I think there'll be a few girls moving around and stuff like that. But it'd be interesting to see, that's for sure.
Yeah, on a personal note, I guess, where you're a part-time athlete and you have to kind of work your professional career outside of footy around that. So being at the Sharks, and then, if you see an opportunity elsewhere, how does that go with moving your personal life and, having to secure another job and do all of that kind of stuff? Like, is that really hard, or is that what kind of determines if you stay or go? Yeah,
I think it does play a massive part, and I'm pretty lucky at the Sharks. I work 10 minutes up the road and stuff like that. So it's really lucky for me and fits in really nicely with my life, and obviously my family and friends are there and stuff. But I think it does play a massive part. Like, I know obviously, some girls move to Queensland, and that can be a bit daunting, I think, as a person and a player, is you kind of want to counter in. It's not just about, just uplifting your life. And obviously some people can, but if you're pretty much set in your job and stuff like that, it's really hard at the moment. And because it's part-time, you do need that income, and it's really tricky to I feel like you kind of need a job lined up for you if you go there. And again, I feel like a really big risk to do those things. And obviously, you hope they pay off and things like that. But it is a really tricky one, I think. That obviously definitely plays a part in a lot of girls' decisions, just purely because that's just where we're at the moment in the game. Is ideally we'd all love to be full-time players, so hopefully soon. But I think it definitely weighs a part, and I think too a lot of girls with their families and things like, especially like young girls, I think it's a big thing. I think if you asked me 4 years ago if I could uplift my life, there's no way. And I'm lucky I still live at home and things like that. So I know for a lot of girls it can be easy, but some girls it definitely can be hard, and plays a massive part in your decision making. Yeah, you kind of touched on it already, but once it's all done, once it's all over, what is your ideal career? Like, what do you want it to look like? What did you want it to look like? For me, like post-footy, obviously, post-footy. I think, like, I look at it, I've actually had this question asked weirdly a lot lately, but I think I'm not retiring too soon, so don't worry. I'm still young. I hope so.
And we're the same age.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're 24?
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, I'm 24.
Oh, okay, there you go. Well,
No, we got ages.
I think I really love coaching, and I think I've coached for about 6-7 years now, and I was lucky. I coached like little kids in preschools to primary schools to high schools, and I just love coaching, and I'm really passionate about it, and I just love see people learn new things, and I love that kind of environment. So I feel like I would love to post-career end up in the coaching space or something like that. I think it's a really rewarding job, or not even a job really, it's just like you enjoy it. So I think I would love to do something like that, and kind of help the younger female athletes come through. And I was lucky growing up that I had some really good coaches in my life that have helped me get here, so I think that's how I look at it too. And I think something like that, or I've gone to uni and done a degree, so I could hopefully use that if I need to. But definitely think the coaching.
What did you do your degree in?
I did sports science.
Oh,
exercise.
nice.
So
cool.
Could be the little tech person
100%.
telling you to run faster with the GPS. So I could do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
Alex, actually, who we run this page with, he actually does sports science, and he's
really?
doing Queensland Red.
Oh,
so
there you go.
He's the one that's on the GPSs and things. So that could be awesome. I can see you doing that.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah, exactly right. I might look dumb, but I am smart. I did get to uni.
I say the same thing all the time. It's all good. I guess like that's your career, like after kind of footy, but after footy, what do you hope that you achieved in your career as an athlete?
Wow, that's a good question. That is a good question. I feel like I hope that I've left a bit of a legacy. I might don't mean that in a cocky way or anything like that. I just think it'd be really cool to look back at, I helped start that, and I think when we were speaking about it earlier about the starting, when you start a new team, or the team is first in the competition, I should say, I would love to be able to say that I was a part of building that culture at a club. I think that's pretty cool, and you look at clubs and you see the legacy that's been before you, there's a big emphasis on appreciating what all the players did before you, because obviously it's not just it happens like that. So I think it'd be really cool to be able to have a stamp on that, and look back and reflect and think wow, I helped do that, and I'd love a premiership. I'm devastated from the Paragram finals, so I would definitely love a premiership. But I just think really just building the legacy, and something that I can be proud of and my family can be proud of. I think that's a big thing for me. And just knowing that I gave it my all, and not everything's perfect in rugby league, so but just kind of look back and hopefully play for many years, and I think hit different milestones as well would be really cool. So that's cool. Exciting.
We're going to jump into some fan questions. Some are from just followers, and then some are from people you may know of, which are very interesting. Okay. So I guess we'll start off, and I'm sorry if I say any of these usernames or names wrong, but from Claire Akalma, who is your rugby league idol?
Oh, that's a good one.
It could be NRLW, NRL, whatever.
Yeah, NRLW. Good question. I'm trying to think who is my idol. I did know it now, I'm mental blank. I think my rugby league idol would be Benji Marshall. Yeah. Really random, I know, but I think I guess typical. I loved his little flick pass, but I think he was pretty cool, and growing up, it was kind of one of the big names that I knew. So I know that when I used to coach kids and stuff, I used to always pretend to do a Benji Marshall flick and stuff. So cute. I would go with Benji Marshall. I think he's pretty cool. Cool. Good player. Yep.
Okay, so from Jess God 94, what did it mean to you to be part? I think you touched on it earlier, but what did it mean to you to be a part of the Sharks inaugural team and to play alongside fellow Tarsha Gale graduates?
Good question. I think it was really awesome, and I'm so grateful that I got that opportunity. And I think growing up in the pathway, and to me that was my home and where I first started my rugby league career. So I know I got pretty emotional putting on the jersey. I think it was really cool and surreal, and I'm lucky to be able to play with some of my best mates there, and it was just such an awesome feeling, and forever grateful that I got that opportunity. And I think it's pretty cool. Myself, Tayla, Holmes, and Quincy Dodd, we grew up playing footy together. So then to come back all together and and do that for the first time was pretty surreal and kind of like a goosebump moment for us all. So yeah, it's pretty special, and yeah, I'm very lucky and fortunate enough to be able to have been able to do that.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine how amazing that would have felt with them two alongside you. From Tayla Shillem, what's your goal for the 2024 NRLW season?
My goal is to hopefully win a premiership. I want that ring. Yep. Rima always rubs it in me that she's got a ring now. So yeah, I think definitely win a premiership with the girls. I think
that's
like I
the goal.
was touching on, we're trying to build something really special, and I'm pretty excited. I actually said to my coach just the other day, like I feel really excited about this year. I think we're building a really nice squad and putting a nice squad together. And I feel like there's just something, that is a bit different this year that feels really good, and it's exciting. And so hopefully win a premiership and make finals, and I think make history for the club too would be really cool.
Yeah, just on that, obviously 10 months of off season. What do you guys do anything as a team together to kind of help keep that connection before going into the season? Yeah,
so we're actually allowed to do one compulsory session a month.
Oh, nice.
But obviously, excluding the relocated girls that aren't here yet. So, and again, we're lucky with the Shire. Most of us live there, so it's pretty lucky that we're all kind of close by. So, we've done a couple of compulsory sessions at the moment, which is good, and getting hammered in fitness. I think I was about to pass out at one stage the other day, I think we're kind of just going back to basics, but it's just important to kind of get everyone around each other again, and kind of build that excitement for the season coming up. And I think if we can start building some things now, it's going to help us when we start pre-season. So luckily we get to do a compulsory session once a month, and just get everyone around each other, and that's what I mean, the vibes and energy that we've got. I know we've got a few crazy people in there that we all just have good banter, and it's just good to be around your mates again, and build something. So it's pretty exciting.
That's awesome. This one might be a little bit of an intense question.
Oh god.
From a para fan, why did you leave para from YTG with Nick?
Oh.
Why?
I'm sorry. I think, it definitely wasn't an easy decision, because I'm a pretty loyal person, and I know that Parramatta gave me my first opportunity. So, I'm forever grateful for them, because, as any player wants, you want a club to kind of take a chance on you, and I was really grateful that Parramatta did that, and and took a gamble on me, because I was playing fullback and at the time in Harvey Norman, and then I got the halfback role at worked for obviously the halfback role for Parramatta, and to me, I think I like to give back to people that support me and kind of support me in a way, and can see and believe what I'm capable of, and so I think I really enjoyed my time there, and I loved, I've still got really close friends there, and I think it was obviously really hard, because obviously we made the grand final, and I think for me that was really exciting to do that, and it was a bit of a pinch me moment again. But I think what it came down to was just that, like I said earlier, is my, Cronulla was my home, and I grew up there, and and I had friends and family there, and there's a bit of travel involved with Parramatta, and so I think that kind of all weighed on it, and I think playing with some of my best friends again, back at home where I grew up, and I think to me I looked at it I was lucky enough to play in the first ever Tasha Gale for Sharks, and in the first ever Tasha Gale competition, and to be able to come back and say I played in the first ever NRLW for Sharks, I think that was pretty cool, and I know that 100%. Someone, no one will ever be able to take that away from me, is that I was able to be a part of two of those special things for the club, and grow up there, and my friends and everyone's there, and I did love my time at Parramatta, and I love the fans there. They really got behind us, and I think that was really special. Definitely didn't take it lightly, and it was definitely a hard decision. I know I was a bit stressed out for a couple of months of what to do, but I think deep down I just didn't want to miss that opportunity when it arose. So, so.
It's like full circle, like you said. You start with Tasha Gale, and then you start with Sharks. Why not? What an incredible way to kind of be yes, I did do those things. So I understand.
I'm sorry, Kennedy. I'm sorry, Abby. Please don't hate me.
What's better, touch football or Oztag from Gung Ho Joe?
Oh, that's an easy question. Oztag, hands down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can kick, you can just do all sorts of things. Like, I mean, no offense to touch, but you got to be really fit in touch.
Yes.
And touchies, we always call it touchies. But I think, I just love tagging. I grew up playing tag, so I've always been. I know I played touch in school, and I'd struggle a little bit there, but definitely Oztag over touch.
Oztag's the ones with the
with the tags.
And I played that once, and you fully have to like move your hips and stuff.
Yeah,
it's actually really
it's the only
difficult.
chance I actually get to do my hips because I can't dance. I've got no rhythm. So I'll
me
claim
too.
that.
From Sports Pages Way, I think. What would you like the future of NRLW to look like?
Good question. I would ideally love it to be like parallel to the men's, and I think being completely honest, we're still a long way away from that. And but I think it'd be so awesome to see all 17 clubs have an NRLW team, and I think the game's heading in that way. Whether it's another 10 years away, so be it. But I think it'd be really cool in that sense, and I think where the game's really sustainable on its own, and we are starting to build fan bases at each club purely just on the NRLW, not just based off the men's. And I think it'd be really cool in that sense. And I know that I kind of love having games before the men's. I know that some people think standalones, and but I do think that it's really good to have a big crowd there. And I know that some people are always asking us like, when are you playing before the men's, because they want to come and watch both, and I think that's really nice. I feel like hopefully we're down that stage where all the athletes are full-time athletes, and with that then the quality will always get better. And I think we've gone leaps and bounds from when it first started to now, so it's definitely heading in the right direction. And ideally would love that to just be full-time comp and full-time athletes, because that's what we're all striving for. And I think the younger generation are in good hands, hopefully coming through.
I'm excited for the younger generation, and then full-time season will be so nice, so I can have content all the time to go to.
Exactly right.
I think everyone's gunning for that, so hopefully that's not too far away. Now for some questions from people you may or may not know. So who's been your most influential coach, and why is it Aiden from Aiden Men's?
ADOS, God, I don't know. That's a tricky one.
You can say it's Aiden, but you can also be honest if you need to.
Aiden, I'm going to say you, because you hype me up all the time. And we used to have good G-up chats before the game. So I'll say Aiden. I don't know, that's a tricky one. I think all my coaches have been really good, and I think they've all helped me become who I am as a player. So I'm not gonna say one specific coach, because I think that's not fair. And but if we need to, I'll say you, Aiden. So it's all right. Dave will be off me, but I'll claim Aiden.
Who was your favourite halves partner from the Tigers from Emily Curtis?
Well, she'll be off me if I don't say her.
Probably.
But, I'll say, because I won a premiership there in Harvey Melbourne, so I'll say her and Bucky. Both of them, they're both goats. But no, they were pretty awesome to play with too. So, I'm lucky that I'm friends with all of them still. And I'll say both of them. So I won't upset anyone.
I know, it's going to be hard for you to say someone else.
I know.
How many friends you got, Tay from Kennedy Charrington?
How many friends?
Does she think you don't have any?
She might think I have no friends. Well, I thought you, Kennedy, but now I'm thinking, well, she'll probably say I have one. No, I have, that's... I feel like she's going to roast me there. I feel like I'd like to say a lot of friends. I'm pretty fortunate in terms of having a really good group of friends around me, I think. So, I'm probably friends with a lot of people at different clubs and stuff like that. So, but I think that's just, I get along with a lot of people. And so Kennedy, I have lots of friends, okay? My mum doesn't pay people to be my friend.
Have you got the best tan in the NRLW from Television? who's Adele Hage.
Adele, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about it.
I agree.
Everyone might say my hands go orange.
How do you not use the mitts or like how?
No, I do use the mitts. I just don't think, you'd think after 10 years I've probably faked it. Or not 10 actually, that was 14.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go 6.
Yeah.
I would be good at it now, but this is all right. I think that's all right at the moment.
Why don't you do like the airbrush and in the machine?
Look, I've actually contemplated buying my own spray tan machine because I invest a lot of money into it.
Yes, you could get a sponsor for spray tan for real.
Is there any spray tan sponsors out there? Hit me
Maybe.
up.
We don't know who's following us, so
we don't.
maybe.
But yes, my tan is by far the best, and it makes me run the fastest. So
I agree. Yeah, I see that. I heard you train at high altitude. How is it? From Nathan O'Regan.
Oh, Nate. Yeah, nice, Nate. I do train at Combine. I'm lucky I'm an ambassador there, and you know, everyone's probably like, oh, you've seen all my 100 stories. I'm sorry, but it's really good. I really love it there. You know, it's a kind of brand new gym, altitude gym in Woolooware, just right next to Shark Park. But it's a really cool little community there that we're building, and it's awesome. It's getting me fit for pre-season, that's for sure. And loving it. Getting my Pilates because I need to get some abs. I don't have, my abs are hiding somewhere.
Neither do I.
But no, it's good. I'm loving it. I'm loving the training. It's good. It pushes me to be better, and I love it. So I'm lucky.
Nice. So you've actually got like a lot of questions. Actually, sorry, I don't say a lot, but you've got a couple of questions from girls asking some romantic questions. So from Ellie Campbell and Abby Church. Are you single?
I know. I knew they were going to do something like that. I am.
Yes.
So my future husband, if you're watching, please wife me up.
Yes.
Okay.
Hit her up.
My hand is maybe orange.
Orange and free.
But it's very empty. So my future husband watching, please wife me up. I am.
And then I guess for some insight for your future husband, what's your ideal first date from Jess Enright?
Oh, Jess. Oh, she's one of my good friends. And I'm her boss.
Yeah. No.
Ideal first date? I don't know. That's a tricky one.
Would you want like a footy date in the park with like a picnic?
No, not a footy date.
A movie, dinner?
Nah, movies, because you know what, I said to someone the other day, is a movie so that they just don't have to speak to me because I speak too much, you know?
True.
So, no, I think like a really nice dinner in the city would be nice, or... I'm pretty chill, so maybe like just, you know, go to the beach and hang out for the day would be nice too.
Nice.
So if you're listening, any boys out there, notes taken.
What she wants.
One of those, I will be happy.
And now you may know this person, Gail Broughton. She's asked you a couple questions. First of all, how many shots can you take until you can't go no more?
That's a real question for her. I don't think she's a lightweight.
Oh, really? Well, you can answer if you want to.
Yeah. How many shots? God. I reckon I've definitely done 7 before.
Whoa.
I think 7. Oh, spaced out.
Oh, right. I was like, in a row.
No, not back to back. Oh, no.
Die.
But don't worry, I'm an athlete now. We don't do those things. No, I don't know, actually. That's a hard one.
All right.
Every time we try, G always passed out by 7 o'clock, so she would never know.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. Finish the lyrics. Who let the dogs out? And how do you like your steak, she said.
How do I like my steak? I'm actually not even a big steak. Oh, you know what, actually, everyone's going to laugh at me, but I like it really well done. Like, if there's any little bit of pink... No, I can't do it.
Yuck.
I can't do it. Yeah, sorry. People say it's like rubber.
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, I just like...
What?
I don't know why. I just can't look
random.
at it. Yeah, I'm a bit of like a random like germaphobe, and I think if I just see the
blood,
I'm just like, nah. So
no, I get that.
Rubber. It's good. It takes me a while to eat, but it's good.
Yeah,
I like
hard
it.
teeth then.
Yeah.
Nice. When did you... Yeah, what is it? Who let the dogs out? There you go, G.
G-Fizz, got you there.
And when did you become a DJ, and what is your DJ name? Are you a DJ?
That's a stitch up. Look, I was formerly known as a DJ.
No, what? No, you weren't.
Oh, she stitched me up there big time. No, so I used to actually have a DJ page, but that was back in school. I'm going to
investigate.
No, you don't. I think I've deleted everything.
Yeah.
There's literally a photo of me with the headphones up. Like, not good. My DJ name used to be Taywana.
Tayla.
So that's why if you ever hear people say DJ Taywana, that's why.
That's you.
Yeah, it just kind of stuck. And I actually put my Instagram name as that too. But yeah, and everyone's like, change it back. I'm like, nah. And people used to be like, is it Tayona?
Tayo,
What? How do you say it? I was like, Taywana. Like, to me, it
easy.
seems simple. But yeah, no, I did it. I did. What did I do? 2 gigs.
Yeah.
I've done 2 gigs.
Wow,
That's it.
that's pretty big though.
2 and done and retired.
Maybe you could be the halftime. Like,
Oh God.
hey,
Gee, Fiskett, she's the DJ.
Yeah, I saw that. She's doing that kind of stuff. That's sick.
She stitched me up there. Don't go looking for that DJ page. It's deleted.
So that's the end of the personal questions. So finally, State of Origin next week. What is your prediction?
My prediction, I'm a big New South Wales girl.
Yeah.
I know you're a Queenslander. I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
Nah, New South Wales all day, every day. I think, you know, I've grown up hating Queensland, sorry Queensland, but...
Yeah. When it comes to State of Origin time, we're not friends.
Yeah, mate versus mate, state versus state. Not mates on the field, that's for sure. Nah, I got to go New South Wales. I think, they've got a strong team and, you know, they had a training camp, done a couple games, so I think, they're ready to get the ball rolling and I think a bit of redemption from last year. So, New South Wales all the way. I reckon 40-0, clean sweep.
40-0? God, we'll see about that.
Come on, girls.
But you had it here first. New South Wales to win, apparently. Thank you so much for your time and good luck for the season.
Thank you. I have a question for you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Who's your secret assassin giving you all the info? Who is it?
If I leak that, this page is no
It's
more.
gone. Well, if the secret assassin's listening, just tell me some info too.
I promise I will not tell anyone who is giving me this information.
She'll tell me after.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
It's so good to have that insider information
That's good.
because it's what we love gossip.
Exactly.
It's
right.
what makes the page. So
100%.
Yes.
No, thank you for having me. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it and love all the work that you've been doing. It's awesome for our game and all of us are really grateful. So thank you.
Thank you.
That's all right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.